For those that don't know, Tim Hardaway was one of the most iconic players of his generation, known for his killer crossover, the UTEP two-step. Hardaway was a 5-time NBA All-Star, Olympic gold medalist, and he was recently inducted into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. Welcome, Tim.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're going to start with one of your former teams. You were drafted by the Golden State Warriors in 1989. The Warriors are off to a slow start this year. What's wrong with the defending champs?
They started off well because they was playing at home, and they was playing, they went to Phoenix, lost a close one at Phoenix. They just can't win away games right now. And it's defense, they just not playing really, really good defense. The young players are not playing really good defense out there. They trying to understand their concept, but it's hard. It's hard right now. But I think in the long run, they will get it together. It's a long season. Everybody goes through these droughts. Theirs just happening. You want it to happen now, so you can fix it now. You don't want it to happen middle of the season, late in the season, then it's hard to fix. You want it to happen now so they could be able to fix it and understand how to fix it, and then practice, walk through a lot of things and understand what they need to do to get better. But teams are gunning for them. The Warriors are the champions. They gunning for them. And the younger fellas don't know that. The older fellas, they know that. But the younger fellas, they don't know that. And that's the problem.
So there's been some interesting storylines with the Warriors as well in the offseason. They had a little incident during their training camp. How hard is it for a team to move on from an incident like the Draymond Green fight with Jordan Poole?
That's tough. That's a tough one. They and what gets me is, everybody, when somebody said, he hit him, and then, if you get hit, even if afterwards you see the video, they said it was even much more than I thought. Well, getting hit is getting hit, no matter what it is, So no matter how you get hit, you got stolen on. So, but I think that they will get through it. Steve Kerr, I think this is what he said. This is the most that they ever been through in his career there. And they have to get beside it. And I think they are getting beside it. But as a basketball fan, or as a basketball player, I should say, it'd be hard for me. It'd be hard for me, if that happened to me, I will say, he should be looking over his shoulder every day I come in the locker room. That's what I would say. He should be watching over his shoulder every time I see him, no matter where it's at a function, you walk into your car, in the locker room, wherever, just watch your back, buddy. Just watch your back, and that's the way I grew up. So, I think it's going to be hard to get over. I don't think they really truly have gotten over it. They're trying to, but I don't think they really truly have.
Yeah, winning obviously solves a lot of problems too. So maybe when they start getting above 500 and focusing on
I still think it's going to be some stuff there.
Of course, I mean, like you said, he got hit. So when you get hit, that's something you don't forget.
Right, exactly.
So moving on, we were talking about some of the younger players in Golden State. How long should the Warriors stick with Klay Thompson while he's struggling in his return from injury?
I've been listening to commentators, and they saying that he's not healthy. I disagree with them. a lot of them commentators that didn't play professional basketball never had injury like he had, ACL or Achilles. I think it's in his mind more so than he's 100% healthy. I just think that he needs to, the quicker he gets it in his mind saying that, hey, I can play. It doesn't hurt. It's not going to bother me. It's not going to affect me. I'm 1000% healthy. Let me just go out there and do what I normally do. Let me get back to what I used to do. That's what he needs to do. I think he's thinking that, if I do a certain move, if I do this, then I'm going to tweak it again. You can't think like that. You got to go out there and play. So I disagree with what they're saying because I've been there and I have done that. And the quicker you get your mind off your leg and say, I go out there and everything is fine, the quicker he going to be better. And I think that's what's bothering him now. I just don't think that he's trusting himself that it's 100%, but he is 100%. And his struggles is, he's worried about his leg, which he shouldn't. He should just go out there and just play basketball. So once he gets that together, he'd be back. He'd be the old Clay. But you know what? If Clay wasn't there, they wouldn't have won the championship last year. They needed all those intricate pieces. Clay needed to be there. Draymond needed to be there. Steph needed to be there. So yeah, they those three go together. And no, they should not. I would never trade Clay.
And they also have a former number 2 overall pick, James Wiseman, there kind of sitting on the bench, not being able to get enough playing time. Would he benefit from a change of scenery? Is that a piece maybe that they should use to get another player?
James been out 2 years with injuries. He's still trying to find himself. He's trying to find himself. Injuries play a part in your development as a young player in the NBA. And when you miss 2 years of not playing, not practicing, going through game situation, going through stuff, it hurts your development. And they have to be patient. Everybody has to be patient. We see signs, then you don't see signs. Then you see signs, then you don't see signs. He just got to do that and be consistent with it. Once he gets consistent with everything, he's going to, if I was him, I would stop wondering about or trying to fit in and scoring. I don't want to fit in and scoring. Your scoring is going to happen because you got Clay, you got Draymond, you got Steph on the court. Your scoring is going to come. You're going to have open shots. You're going to have open layups. You're going to have open dunks. You're going to have lobs. Just worry about the defensive end. Only thing you need to do is worry about the defensive end and understand what we're doing on defense and how to play defense, and everything go hand in hand. So that's why I think that that's what they're trying to get him to do. And I think he's a darn good athlete, darn good player. And I just think that, just his him just not playing and not getting the reps just hurt him.
Yeah, of course. He obviously, it's hard to develop getting 10 or 15 minutes at a time. And then, like you said, not being available to play or practice for 2 years. Exactly.
He wasn't even, he wasn't able to practice. He was able to just go through drills, but he wasn't able to go 5-on-5, 4-on-4, go through actual drill work for 2 years. And that's hard. And then come back for a training camp, and then you're going to throw him out there and be ready. Come on, it takes long. It takes
on a championship level team nonetheless,
exactly.
Right? So
exactly.
Tough situation for him to be in. Where do you rank Steph among the greatest players of all time?
Top 10.
Top 10.
Top 10.
Would he be as great as if he played in your era in the 90s?
I wish people will stop comparing the two, because the way we grew up is differently the way they grew up. The way Dale, myself, Magic, Isaiah, Michael, all of us, the way we grew up is totally different. We was brought up in a whole new different way. These, some of these kids, my son included, Steph and Seth, they was brought and Clay, they was brought up with a silver spoon in their mouth, because that's the way we wanted it to be for them. We wanted them to come up in a way where they didn't have to worry about anything. So it was totally different. So our era was brutal. We had to become men at 12, 13, 14. We had to learn how to take care of each other, our families, our brothers and sisters. We had to grow up, and understand how to conduct ourselves. And actually at 12 and 13, we couldn't be kids. We had to be grown men. We had to watch out. We had to look around. I grew up in gang infested city, gang infested, drug infested in Chicago. So it was tough. So, it was totally different. So, the basketball was totally different. It was push, shove, beat you up, bang you, knock you down, slap you around. You better not cry. You had to fight sometimes. And it was a whole bunch of stuff. So
I think even some of the teams you played on, like the Heat team, they epitomize that sort of mentality.
Detroit Pistons, LA Lakers, Boston Celtics back in the 80s. Come on, man. So
Bill Laimbeer throwing elbows and punches and
so our era, I'm not saying no, I'm just saying, our era and this era is totally different. So I wish people will stop comparing that to that. Just let them have fun and do what they do and take the game to the next level, because I enjoy watching them play.
Awesome. And me too, obviously, he's one of the generational talents in the last probably 20 years, maybe the best shooter ever, arguably.
And just think, his third year in the league, everybody was counting him out.
Absolutely.
Nike was counting him out. Nike didn't give him a shoe. Nobody believed in him. And he had to get his ankles together and come in and play and have confidence in himself. That's another thing. If you don't have confidence in yourself, you're not gonna make it in this league. And he had confidence in himself, and I commend him because he went out there and showed everybody that they was wrong about him. So I'm happy for him.
Now, moving on to the Miami Heat, another one of your former teams. They've started off the season losing 7 of their first 11 games. Is Miami's run as an NBA title contender over?
No. Like I said, it's better to have these starts now than have these starts and or have this type of situation midway through the season. So it's I'm just happy that that they will be able to that's my grandbaby making all that noise.
No worries.
So excuse me for that. But yeah, they gonna get it together. I have confidence in Eric Spoelstra. I have confidence in the Miami Heat organization and Jimmy Butler and those guys, that they are going to get it together and turn it around. You just got to believe, and they believe, and they just need to, they haven't been on a road trip. Normally, when they go on a road trip, that's when they start turning stuff around because they're around each other, they enjoy each other, and they start doing stuff. So they've been at home, and it was like that with us too back in the 90s. We at home, we comfortable at home, we up and down. But when we went on that road trip, it seemed like it was a mentality that your head changed, and you against the world, and everybody don't like you, and we got to go out here and do it by ourselves. And you go out there and you win 6 in a row, and then you come back home, you're like, all right, next thing you know, you at 11 in a row, and then you back up over 500, and you rolling, and you just sustain it. That's all they got to do. They just need to sustain. They need to play defense a lot harder. They need to stop gambling. They need to trust in what they do, and have fun out there. It seemed like they're not having fun, really. It seemed like it's all business, all business. No, you got to go out there and have fun, enjoy yourself, and play.
Yeah, especially obviously a lot of expectations building up over the last few years over there. Miami's had a lot of success with undrafted players. Why have the Heat been able to identify players that slip through the cracks?
I don't think they slip through the cracks. I just think that they look at players and know what type of players that they want and what type of players that make them thrive, and know what type of players that will make their team better. And I say this all the time. They talking about the Heat culture. The Heat culture started in 96, 97 with me, Zoe, Keith Askins, PJ Brown, Ike Alston, Vashawn Leonard, Dan Marley, those guys. That's when it started. So that's when the Heat culture with Pat Riley regime started. And when you came in to work. It was all business. You had fun, but it was all business. And even during the summertime, you come in, you get your work in, hour, 2 hours, whatever you're gonna do, then you leave. That's what they get. You get these guys that they want to be in the league, they working hard, and they got that potential, and they come in and they go to the G League, and the G League team has the same coaches that is implementing what the coaches with the Heat are doing, and the same style. So when they come up, it's like boom, bam, boom, bam, boom, bam. They don't miss a beat. So I don't think they slip through the cracks. I just think that they know who they want, and it'd be good for their team. And they bring them in, and the guys are ready to go. They know that they got to work hard. They know that they have, you got to be hungry. You got to be hungry to play in the NBA. If you didn't get drafted and they bring you in, you should be privileged. And I got a shot. Let me go ahead and do what I need to do to make this team.
You were talking a little bit about the Heat culture there. Miami's considered one of the best organizations in the NBA. And like you said, one of Pat Riley's first moves was actually to bring you and Alonzo Mourning in to the Heat. What's your best Pat Riley story?
Man, I got tons of them. But I tell you this, I love the man. You know why I love him? He prepares you. He always prepares you for the game. No matter what, you prepare. We in there practicing for 2.5 hours. We drilling. We not practicing. We drilling. We going over stuff. We making sure that we got it right. And it's all about repetition. And you got to be prepared. You got to be prepared to go out there for battle. All right. And we was all serious. And that's what I like about Pat, because he's fair. A lot of people don't think he's fair. He's a fair guy. He gonna do whatever he can do for his team to make his team better. If you ask him, if you need a masseuse on the team, he'll get that. You ask him about meals, he'll get that. Whatever you ask him, he just wants you to go out there, do your job, do it well, and have fun doing it, but win. And I had fun with him. I had a ball playing for Pat Riley. You disagree with each other. Everybody disagree. You go back and forth and this and that. That's basketball. But man, if I had it all to do again, I'd do it the same way and have fun doing it the same way. And I enjoyed playing for him. Enjoyed playing with the guys that I played with. Enjoyed playing, in Miami with the fans. And the fans there really wasn't into basketball. They wasn't into basketball. And Pat said one thing: just go out there and win. If you want the fans to come, just go out there and win. I guarantee you we sold out each and every game. Just go out there and win. And we wanted to see the fans. So we went out there and won. And the fans came and we loved it. But yeah, that's what Heat culture is all about, man. It's about strapping your shoes up, keeping your ego at the door. Let's come in, let's practice, Let's get after it, understand what we're doing, and let's learn from it and let's get better.
So moving on to your son, we spoke briefly about him there earlier. Tim Hardaway Jr. Was highly recruited out of high school. Do you have any fun recruiting stories from your time as a father, or even maybe one from your playing days?
Well, I tell you this. So his first year out of college, we playing one-on-one. Right before we about to play pickup basketball, he crossed me over. I tried to steal it. And I said, oh, you know what? He about to dunk. I can't let him dunk. So I turned around and I ran as fast as I could and I snatched him out the air. I was like, no. You're not going to dunk on me. I don't care. You're not dunking on me. And I said, that's all. I said, you know what? You won. We're not playing no more one-on-one. That's it. That's all. But, you know.
That's when the protege surpassed his.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I knew when I reached and I missed it and I said, oh, he going to dunk on me. I said right there and there after I fouled him, I said, we in my mind, and I said, we're not playing no more. You can't play no one-on-one. I can't let you beat me. So now we play horse and we play shooting games and stuff like that and have fun with that. But yeah, he, I almost lost him, man. I almost lost him. It was my fault. If I didn't check myself as a father and step back and be quiet, and just let him learn and watch him play. I almost lost him. So I'm happy I kept my mouth closed. I'm happy I let him learn. I'm happy I just stepped back and not pushed him and not, push him in that direction.
Yeah, he spoke about that, I believe, on a podcast with JJ Redick recently. That leads to my next question. I was going to ask, what was it like coaching your son on the road to the NBA?
Well, like I said, I had to step back, but I took him to John Beeline. John Beeline came and watched him practice, work out, and John Beeline said, I don't think there's a father in the country that does what you do. I said, what you mean? He says, you bring your son to the gym, you have him, you pick him on your team. All the shots go to him. Everybody on the team knows the shots go to him. And you are comfortable with that. I said, yeah, every time we come to the gym, every time I open up the gym, this is for Tim Hardaway Jr. This ain't for none of these guys. These are grown men. This is for Tim Hardaway Jr. to get better and to be better and everything. Say hello to my granddaughter.
Hi.
Say hello.
Hi. That's amazing. Yeah. It's actually, today's my niece's second birthday. So
okay, well, tell her happy birthday. That's great.
That's great. She got a happy birthday from Tim Hardaway. So it can't get much better than that. No. It can though. She gonna have a fabulous birthday, I bet. But yeah, no, and like like I said, it was all about Tim, just getting him better, playing against better competition each and every day, getting stronger, shooting the ball confident. I used to tell him, I said, a game, when it's 11 up, game is 12, you getting the ball, you better be sure, because if you miss and we lose, people gonna be talking about you. They're gonna be cursing you out. So you better know what you're doing. He's like, yeah, I know. I said, okay. And when he first got that, after we lost one and everybody was getting on him, I said, see, I told you. He said, yeah, that don't feel good. I said, no, it don't. Yep. So how would you rate Tim Hardaway Jr.'s progress in his own return from injury? He's coming back from a serious injury as well.
Yeah. He's been off for 6 months. You got to get your timing back. You got to, it takes time. The first thing you want to do, don't worry about offense. I always say, when you come back, worry about defense, moving your feet, staying in front of somebody, putting your hands up, getting back, rebounding the ball, boxing out, helping out, stuff like that. That's what I want. That's what I tell them to do. So hold on one second.
No worries.
My daughter said she's misses me. Yeah, I know. Every time I be in here, she'll just find me. But anyway, but yeah, just play defense. You know, it's all about defense and moving your feet. And I think that's how you get your timing back, by playing good defense, by playing staying in front of people, putting your hands up, helping out, boxing out. And then just when you run on offense, it'll come. Offense will come. Offense always come. Layup, you know, free throws, you know, then you make a couple of jump shots. And then you do that each and every game, each and every practice you practice, you know, just keep focusing. And it's about focusing. And I told him, just focus. You got to focus on what you're trying to do and what you're trying to accomplish to come back. And he's been doing that, but it's hard. You know, it's still hard because you're playing against different people every night. And, you know, the ball is not going to go in. And you some nights you might get 10 minutes in the first half. You might get 5 minutes first half. You might get in foul trouble. So you just got to, you know, keep your mind together and just go out there and keep playing and keep pushing. And then, you know, next thing you know, next 6 games, you back in rhythm and you back where you was last season.
He had a good game last night, actually. I think 11 points on more of a shooting, and
he got hurt.
Win, so
yeah, he got hurt last night. He the floor was slippery, and he kind of hyperextended or hurt his groin. He kind of did a split in the middle of the lane, early in the third quarter. So, and then the very next play, Luka almost did the same thing. So everybody was upset at the ball boys, but it wasn't their fault.
Yeah, it's obviously not the ball boys' fault.
But they looking at them like it's their fault. It wasn't their fault.
Let's settle the GOAT debate. MJ or LeBron?
Michael Jordan.
I agree. So I don't think we're going to go too much further on that one.
We need to leave that alone.
Who is the best? Who's better at age 23, LeBron or Luka?
Oh, who's better at age 23? I will take Luka. At age 23, at age 23, what he's doing now, his jump shot, but see, we got to remember, we have to remember, all right, Luka has been playing professional basketball since he was 15, 16, 17, whatever. He's been playing professional basketball. He's been playing against grown men. All right. LeBron just started playing against grown men at 18. Then he had to figure it out. That took him about 3 years. All right. Then once he got going, you know, but I would say right now, looking back, 23 and 23, what Luka's doing. Yeah, I think that he's doing it better than what LeBron was doing.
Yeah, I mean, Luka's in his age 23 season right now. He's putting up some crazy numbers to start the year. So he's got all year to prove you right. So you were once an assistant coach with the Detroit Pistons. What do you think of the job that Troy Weaver's done rebuilding in Detroit?
I think Troy Weaver has done an amazing job. They got an exciting team. These young players are going to be all right. Jaden Ivey, Cam, all the other guys that's there. I like their nucleus. I like what they're doing. They just got to stay healthy. You know, they all got to stay healthy. They gotta, you know, like I say, focus on staying healthy, whatever they need to do to stay healthy. And once they stay healthy, that team is going to be a monster. They're going to be a monster. Durham at center, you know, Durham is only 18 years old. He like 6'11". He's a grown man right now. I mean, like, he's massive, like strong and can run, jump, block shots, rebound, dunk on you, great hands. So he's learning. So yeah, I mean, they gonna be all right. They're gonna be okay. People have to here in Detroit. I understand, the bad boys. Then you got Chauncey Billups and Ben Wallace and Prince and Rip Hamilton, and those guys, they went through it with them. But you got to get his team a chance. They're gonna be all right. And I think Weaver has done a great job.
Yeah, they have a great young core. Obviously, a couple guys you mentioned that they just drafted this year, so we'll see. I'm right across the border, so I'll be watching very closely.
Yes.
Let's go for some quick hitters right now. Which teams are the best bet to make the NBA Finals?
Oh, that's kind of hard right now. I'm still going with the Golden State Warriors, even though they're going through what they're going through. Golden State Warriors. If they get Chris Middleton back and they stay healthy, Milwaukee Bucks, Boston Celtics, and I know the Miami Heat gonna get it together. But if the front runner, the two front runners, I'm still sticking with the Golden State Warriors
and the Bucks.
And the Bucks, yes.
Yeah, I mean, tough to bet against those two teams. Obviously, Giannis, very tough to stop, almost impossible maybe to stop. Yeah. Who's the best player in the NBA right now?
Oh, right now? Woo. Man, I hate to say this, but it's a toss up, and it's between Luka and Tatum from the Boston Celtics. Tatum is playing really, really well. I toss it up between them two.
Yeah, Tatum, I think, doesn't get enough credit for his ability on the defensive end.
Yeah,
he's a great offensive player as well, obviously.
You can see the confidence in his game on both ends of the court.
So that leads, I guess, to the next question. Who's the NBA MVP this year when it's all said and done?
When it's all said and done, right now, you got to say Luka Doncic is the front runner right now. But I'm going to tell you this, man. Look at Giannis. Look at what he's doing. His team they just lost last night, but yeah, I would say Luka, Giannis, and Tatum. I think those the three are the front runners for MVP. I don't see nobody else that's really up there making some noise.
And is there a team, maybe a dark horse that no one's talking about that has a legitimate shot to win the title?
A dark horse. It just, if they stay healthy, they got to stay healthy, though. If they stay healthy, I would say Toronto.
Wow.
Yeah, if they stay healthy. What I've been seeing with them and how hard they play, if they stay healthy, they got some guys out now. And, VanVleet, I don't know if he came back, but, now my man, he got hurt in Dallas. He slipped on the floor in Dallas.
Yeah.
So, I would say them.
And then this one might be near and dear to your heart. Top 5 crossovers of all time.
Tim Hardaway.
Tim Hardaway, number 1?
Yes.
Got to be number 1.
Yes. Tim Hardaway, number 1. Kyrie Irving. I say Chris Paul. I say Allen Iverson and Steph Curry.
And here's another one maybe for you. That's going to be tough. Top 5 Chicago basketball players of all time.
That's easy. Top 5? Isaiah Thomas, Mark Aguirre.
Wow.
Terry Cummings. Myself and Dwayne Wade.
There you go. Let's see. You went to UTEP, obviously very historic basketball school. What do you think of the job that Joe Golding has done over there at the program?
I think this is my personal feeling that I think he should have got a ex-player that played there that knows the city to coach there, like myself or Greg Foster.
Mm-hmm.
We know the city. We know the kids that we want to come to the school. Know how to coach, know how to get to the kids. We just know the city, and we just know how to get the city behind you to get to the games. And Greg Foster and we wasn't going to use UTEP as a stepping stone to get to the next place. We was going to stay there and make it work and make it happen. And like I said, we know how to recruit, and we know what type of guys and kids we want to come there to UTEP and to play for UTEP. So I wish he would have, got one of us, but I'm still going to support the school. I'm still going because that's my alma mater, and I still wish him well. And and I think they're going to, even though they lost last night, I think they're going to be all right. You got to go through your bumps and bruises, but you got to show people that, or show the kids that you have a system there that works, and that's what it's about.
Yeah, obviously, I think, like you were saying, Penny Hardaway did that sort of thing in Memphis, going to the school and staying there, and doing a great job building the program up. So I guess last question, the NBA is considering lowering its age limit, which is going to bring high school players back into the draft. And then now the NCAA has brought in the NIL landscape that allows college athletes to earn money. Do you think high school athletes are going to flood the draft and jump straight to the league, or do you see more of a balance this time around?
That's what I think. More guys are going to try to come into the NBA and from high school and flood the system, and that's going to hurt them. That's going to hurt them. That's their dream. I understand that's their dream. But some of these kids are not ready. Even though they think they're ready, they're not ready. Prime example, my son, he said after his second year, yeah, I'm going to put my name in the draft. I said, no, you're not. He said, yes, I am. I said, no, you're not. He said, why? You always, hating, or you don't want me to do this. I said, son, you're not ready. You're not ready.
It's a good thing he stayed, though. They went on that Final Four run, right?
Right. They went on the Final Four run, but he wasn't ready. I said, I'd be doing you a great disjustice as a dad to tell you, yeah, you ready, and I know you're not ready. And then you go there and you go to the G League, and you don't want to start in the G League. You don't want to play in the G League. you know, that you won't make it out.
Yeah, it's tough to make it out, like you said.
Yeah, I said, trust me, go back to school, play another year, get your game together, and let's see from there. They went on a great run. You know, they lost in the championship game. He came to me and said, I'm putting my name in the draft. I said, yes, you should. You're ready now. But I said, but see that you got to be honest with these kids. And you got to hold these kids accountable. Their accountability is nothing no more. And that's what's wrong with them. You know, everybody's telling them, yes, 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 yes. And instead of telling them, no, that's not right. No, you can't do that. No, 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 no. That's all they're hearing is yes. Like, why you want to change teams? No, we're not changing teams. We're going to keep you on that team, make it work.
Yeah.
You know, AAU, they always want to change teams. Get there, you know, every year somebody's transferring. I mean, it's some kids, it's going, they go to 4 schools in 4 years. And you don't get no better. You don't get no better.
I think too, they underestimate that you're going to a new coach, new system. Right. You don't know how you're going to fit in with your teammates.
Exactly. You don't get no better. And why should I want you? If you not better over there, why should I want you over here? I mean, I don't understand that, but that's what it is. And but yeah, I think that it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt the floodgates and a lot of these guys coming out that's ready to come out in college. The NIL thing, you know, I think is good, but I think that it need to be more controlling, you know, more control. I mean, you get these guys getting $200,000-$300,000, you know, I understand. I mean, they can play, but you know, I mean, that's a lot of money for a college kid right now. You know, some of them guys in the G League are not getting paid $200,000-$300,000.
Absolutely, especially even some of those female athletes. I think are making maybe more than the pros, and
right.
Some kind of debate, right?
Oh yeah, so I it's up and down to me. But hey, if you get it, get it. You know, whatever. I mean, get it. I mean, free money is free money. If they want to give it to you, take it.